Okay, so just thought might make a couple of suggestions on things to look for. Uh, Probably won't be able to do anything about it, but at least you'll know for sure. Um, so I've got a gimbal out of Solo, no power to it. But I did put the GoPro into it just to show, well, just so that it's balanced. It can show you, like, even without power, it should stay where you put it. If there's nothing wrong in that regard. So some of the things I would look for after a crash, the very first thing, because this did happen to me once, is these little rubber balls here. It came out one time. I had a little bit of a bump here. I'm going to throw some more light on this. Had a little bit of a boo-boo, and one of these rubber isolators came out on top here. It's really soft rubber, so I just had to squeeze it to get it back in, and that solved the problem in that case. Now everything should be nice and tight. You see, this turns the GoPro, the bottom part of it. This is solid. You see there's a set screw, looks like a set screw there. You know, there's a possibility that set screw maybe came loose. Also underneath, if you look, there's where the main part of the gimbal, the arm and everything attaches to the mounting bracket. That should be centered in here. There'll be some movement because of the isolator cushions, but it should be centered. Another thing you might check is this J-shaped bracket on the side. I think that's made out of aluminum. Might be plastic. It's hard to tell, actually. I'm not sure what it's made out of. But anyway, make sure that that's not bent or broken or cracked. That could have something to do with it. This should be able to move. All of these components should move with no noise. You've got this much movement with the sideways. Shouldn't go any more than that, and everything should feel good and solid. Like, there should be no play in here other than the cushions, the isolators. This should be solid. Should be no play in there, no play up and down, no play sideways. So if there's issues with any of those things, well, yeah, here's something else. That should be straight. This is what it all should look like. And that should have good solid feel with no play. Any issue on any of those, and that's probably where your issue is coming from. And the only way you're going to get parts is to buy another gimbal, which is probably going to have the same broken parts. Like buy a used gimbal, I suppose. Some people have done that successfully, from what I understand. They've managed to put a good working gimbal together with parts from several broken gimbals. But there are no parts available separately. But anyway, like I said, mainly it's just make sure everything's good. Oh, and when this is mounted in the Solo, there's a little half circle that's up there. That should be there should be clearance there, so that this can move around without touching the sides of that half circle. This is where you have to take the top off the like the battery tray has to come out to have a look at that, to be able to see that when it's mounted inside. Okay, hope some of this helps, and hopefully it's something that you're going to be able to fix. Otherwise, it'll be time to hunt down a new gimbal.